Starting. Hello everybody and welcome to this week's one-to-one interview, and this week we've got two for the price of one. We've got Sarah and their husband Andrew, and helping me in this interview, because we're going to do a Mr. and Mrs. section, is Gail from Random Life Productions.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
So I'm going to let Gail start the interview off and ask the first question on, could you tell us, go on Gail, about getting some info on the two people who are talking.
Hi Ian Drones and Foundation Ariel, good evening, and I know you feel underdressed. I apologise for that. Salty Nuts is in the room. Good evening, Salty Nuts. Good evening, Yinwol. Shall we wait for a couple of other people to show up, Keith, before we start this proceedings?
No, we're all right. They can all come in. We've got 7 watching at present. Hiya, Kirsty, she's in.
Hi, Kirsty. Hello. Okay. I've forgotten what the first question was we were going to ask you.
That's a good start.
The first question that I usually start my one-to-one interviews with, could you tell us a bit about yourselves? First of all, Sarah, and then Andrew, you know.
Hey, Bunny Rabbit. Hey, Mary Reed. Hey, Mel Mel.
Oh, my goodness. So would you like us to, do you want me to answer? Do you want me to go ahead and...
Yeah, please, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. So, yeah, I'm Sarah. I'm 35, and I'm from Swindon in Wiltshire. I've got 4 children, 5 if you include Andrew. And so it begins. I am a classically trained musician. I'm a singer. I write music. I do weird stuff on the internet. I'm having a hip replacement next week. There you go. That's an interesting fact. Yes.
Absolute bonus. I'm the other half of this one, the talented one, I suppose. I'm 38, Andrew. More of an engineering kind of background for myself in construction. And now, I suppose,
you're my trusted
doctor,
sidekick.
Nurse,
psychic,
for me? Yeah, for Sarah, whilst she
Therapist.
has her hip replacement until she's recovered. And cameraman for you, aren't I, really?
Yeah.
That's us.
Hey, Tammy, thank you for coming in.
So the next question is, could you tell us a bit about what your YouTube channels are about?
Yes.
It started with me actually starting a channel because I was going through a hip replacement at the age of, I was 34 then, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And my first hip replacement. So, and I couldn't find anyone my age experiencing it or vlogging it or talking about it. And I felt a bit on my own. So I started a channel because of that. And then it just so happened that I mentioned to someone that I sang, and I grew confidence and started singing, and I started writing comedic parodies, and then I started doing other stuff, and it just kind of grew from there. Andrew's just recently kind of got confident, and he's always sort of had ideas, but actually getting him in front of a camera, he'd always be like, oh, no, I won't do it. No, you do it. But now you've started getting involved, haven't you?
I don't mind. Yeah, just...
He's not as much of a show-off, I don't think.
No, that's it. Yeah. I have ideas and I just like to be behind the scenes, but now the kids are getting involved as well, and they think it's quite funny to call us being with the Burchetts. And, everyone seems to be getting involved, literally all 4 kids and us, and it's just vlog.
Yeah,
everyone's doing it, aren't they?
Yeah.
But it's mainly your singing.
Yeah, that's mainly, I guess. Yeah.
Well, that's good then. So so we're going to see more of Andrew in front of the camera now.
I think so.
Yeah. I think so. I think we've got some funny ideas that if people keep watching, there's some funny stuff coming up.
We do have a collaboration coming up, which is quite funny, but we're keeping it quiet until we know exactly what we're doing.
Oh, you've heard it here first on my channel.
That's it.
That is the first, actually.
Yeah. That is a first.
So then, have you got any questions you'd like to ask them first, Gail, then?
Yeah. Sarah, what's going to be coming up on your channel song-wise? What song requests have you had in?
I've had one in today, actually. And I need to remember what it's called because it's a brand new song I've never heard. Give me a sec. And I think it's still on my
We have a chalkboard. And it's full
Jake.
of songs.
Somebody requested Jake Bugg's "Broken," and I'd never heard of Jake Bugg's or the song "Broken," and I said, "Yeah, I'll learn it." So that's one. And I've also been writing. I just write parodies as they come into my head, so I don't always know. It's not always kind of very well pre-planned ahead. I just might wake up tomorrow and go, "Oh yeah," and just write some strange lyrics, and that will become a parody of a famous song, or somebody might walk past and they might do something, and that will just trigger an idea. So it's kind of hard to determine exactly what I'm going to be doing. But I know that once I go into hospital next week, so once that's done, the singing will be a little bit less. I'll be doing less videos with it until I'm recovered. So it'll be a bit more limited, probably a bit more live streaming and chit chats, and maybe write some live comedic sort of parody songs and stuff. Won't you? Yeah.
And how do you come up with the parodies? Because I know in the YouTube chat channel sometimes, so you do these live streams, and then somebody gives you like people write words in the chat.
Yes.
How do you get the ideas to put those words together? Does it just come to you?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always done it since I was young. So the on the spot ones, I just say to everyone that's in the live stream at that time, right, give me a word, and they each give me a word, and then if I need more, I say, right, give me. And I've had people give me supercalifragilisticexpialidocious or discombobulated and stuff like that, and then I'll just pick a piece of music and I'll say, right, you know, talk amongst yourselves, give me 5-10 minutes, and I'll chit chat and I'll write it down, jot it down, and then I'll just sing it. And that's kind of like a challenge. It keeps my brain going. And then the other parodies is literally, I'll take a bit longer to write, maybe over a day or over half an hour. And that will normally be inspiration from either ridiculous things I see on YouTube or common issues that are funny that trigger ideas in my head.
So have you got a word for her then that she could do one now then, Gail?
Oh my God.
I don't know, because what happens is normally Sarah will make requests of people to put words in the chat, and then she writes those words down, has a thought about.
Well, there's nothing wrong with starting up now, I suppose.
Comes up with something.
But then it's copyright.
Here's one for you then, Sarah.
I've got an echo.
Who's got the echo? Mine's off.
Mine's off.
Yeah, mine's off.
Mine's muted.
Yeah, mine's off. Yeah, well, what I was going to ask you, could you do a parody of my one-to-one interviews?
I guess.
Hi,
Let me sort this echo out. Give me a sec. You need to come forward because I don't know where it's coming from. It's really weird.
Probably be that thing that.
It's Mark. Come out.
Give me a sec. I'm just gonna see where this. I can't see where the echo's coming from. It's driving me mad. Okay, I'll get rid of that.
Is that better? No.
Tuning issues.
Yeah.
Always have tune.
Hang on.
Hey, boss man. Good evening. Good evening, Big Mouth Reject, and good evening, Jeanette, coming into the room. And we've got 23 in at the moment.
Ooh,
good evening, Corbin Connection Comedy, aka Our Life, and McGrun Hunters Adventures. Thank you very much all for coming in, and the lovely Pauline just living in as well.
No echo now.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't have it when Gail talks. It's only us and you, Keith. I don't know.
It's a weird thing. I'm definitely.
Have you muted your YouTube, Sarah? That's probably what it is. If you're in, if you've got the YouTube running on the chat with the chat in, you need to mute the YouTube.
I haven't got the YouTube on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm watching it on.
I'm watching. I've got it on. It's on playing. It's paused. I'm just watching the chat.
Okay.
But coming through mine. Headphones, which are connected. Laptop.
Is the headphones coming out a little bit?
Pardon?
Is headphone socket.
Yeah, it's all the way in. Yeah, it's all the way in.
Can't understand.
That's so weird.
So weird, isn't it?
Turn it off and then turn it back on.
Let me try.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're okay.
No, it's still on my car. It's still there. That's annoying.
Gotta love an echo, never miss a word. Oh, don't even go with the echo thing. Me and Pauline Just Living did our first live stream together, and all we did was laugh for 45 minutes because Pauline couldn't turn off her echo. That's gone down in live stream history, honestly. Absolutely gone down in. I think Keith almost wet his pants watching that one.
Yes. Anyway, let's go. I don't like these.
There you go. Take two. Let me bring this closer. I'll see if I can.
Hi, Aussie Mark. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, I'll see if I can figure it out.
We're having a few technical itches with the mic at the moment, but we're getting there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, I don't know why
Anybody with wrenches, can you put Sarah's link in, please? And if the people are in there, can they please go over and sub to her channel? That would be very much appreciated. So, moderators, could you put that in? And Bunny Rabbit's in the room, Sarah, just so you know.
And could you also put that link in as well?
Have you figured it out?
No.
We've got an echo.
Yeah, you can definitely hear it. I'm just wondering if I should come out and come back in.
We can do that.
Shall I try that? See if
yes.
It's all right, give me a sec.
Oh, well. Yeah, we've still got an echo.
No worries, Bunny Rabbit. Have we got an echo now? Hey?
Yeah.
Is it me, Keith?
It must be you, yeah.
Why have I got an echo?
Off on mine.
Well, it's nicked off on that. Hold on. No, I'm definitely, it's hooked off on my end, Keith. Do you want me to go out?
1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it's still got me.
Is it you?
I've only got the YouTube and I've got this muted. Look, so
hang on, let me get some headphones and see if it's me. You might not be able to hear me.
Sorry about this. We have got
Right, is that better? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No echo. So now I've got to get Sarah back in, haven't I? Yeah?
Yes, hi.
Because she ain't come back on. So Sarah. Sorry about this, everybody. Do apologise. But you've got the young lady, Gail. She can keep you entertained for a minute or two.
Don't know about that, but we'll give it a go. Can you hear me, Keith? Am I clear?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. So I just got to wait for our guests to come back in the room. Sorry about this, everybody. Hope you can all hear me now. Pauline, no echo. Yeah, no echo now. But we've just got to wait for the special guest to come back in. No echo. Guess who it was, Sarah?
Was it you? Was it Gail?
It was Gail, yes.
Oh, it was me.
Naughty lady.
After all that, it wasn't me. It's not me.
It's not me.
Yeah, this is it. So then, you can all hear us all now. Perfect, can you? Really good. You look so nice and dapper, my way. Oh, thank you very much, Tammy. Appreciate that. We've got 25 watching.
Right.
So,
I remember you asked me if I could come up with a parody based on this interview, and one has just this minute come into my head. Okay. I haven't thought of any. I haven't written anything down. There's nothing written down, so it's going to be off the top of my head. So if I mess up, I apologise. Okay. Keith asked us to come in and have a little chat. It's me and the hubby sitting with the dog and cat. There seemed to be an issue because the echoes were coming clear, bouncing back and forwards, hitting in my ear.
Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I think I'm going to use that as my theme tune.
Yeah.
But first, I've got to ask: is there any copyright on it?
No, there won't be on that little bit. No, you'll be all right. That's why I kept it short.
I will definitely use that as my theme tune now for every video. Yeah,
Brilliant.
good idea. Yeah, thank you very much for that.
One for Keith.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, should write one.
We make sure we get a jingle written up for you, Keith.
Oh,
yeah, we're just figuring out a few systems, so it'd be nice to have something to practice with, to run with.
Yeah. So, what was I going to ask you? You've said that. What has been your weaknesses when you started your YouTube channel?
That's a tough
What did you find was your weakness at first?
Confidence.
Yeah, I think it probably
questioning
is.
Everything I did, like the amount of times I started an idea and it went, oh no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Why?
Yeah.
Someone might not like it, and Andrew would say, someone will not like anything you do. There's always someone, but just do it because that's what you're feeling and thinking. So yeah, it's probably
just make sure everyone's got confidence and not doubt themselves and just do it anyway. They can always delete it.
It's true. Good point.
So it's always worth putting up.
So since you've been doing your YouTube channel, have you grown in confidence?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And just having people tell you you've done a good job if you've worked hard on something and you just wait. I remember the first time I had my first ever comment, I just jumped for joy. I was like, someone's commented. Yeah. It's just that feeling of like you've done a good job. Somebody's enjoyed your content. If it makes one person smile, you've done a good thing, haven't you?
Exactly.
So, yeah, you have exactly.
Hello, Gizmo.
Hello, Gizmo.
So Sarah, when did you first? When was your first public appearance singing?
Oh my goodness, I was. Apart from things at school, my first performance, I was
20 years ago.
14. 21. First time I did a gig.
21 years ago.
Yeah, I was 14.
And where was that, if you don't mind me asking?
It was in London at a bar, and I can't remember the name of it. I basically, my half sister was out gigging, and we were at a family do with her, and they had a karaoke machine, and I just decided I didn't want to play classical music anymore. I wanted to be a singer, so I just picked up the microphone and sang a song. And then my brother-in-law said, you need to be in a duet with your sister. You're going to do this. This will be amazing. So I went, okay. And then I used to spend my weekends going to London and Oxford from the age of 14 to 16 and just gigging around bars and pubs and stuff and clubs and all that kind of good stuff.
Until you met Andrew in one of the bars, I presume.
No, I knew him, and are you going to ask us how we met in a different question? Because I won't tell you now, if you are.
Oh, no, because that's not in the Mr. and Mrs. questions, is it, Gail?
No, it's not.
I knew Andrew when we were little. We knew each other. We lived in a street away from each other. So I've known him since I was about 6.
You were, he's 7.
6, 7,
yeah.
Just so you know, the lovely Crimson Fantasy is in the room.
Crimson! We keep saying we're going to sing on Shmuel, but I never know anything that he puts up. I'm like, I don't know that one.
Well, you'll have to get together and sort something out, you two. And Gail, because Gail's a good singer as well.
I know, she won't see. She keeps putting herself down saying, well, I don't know. But I think you're very good. I think we should do something.
That's it.
Yeah, you should.
Sarah, I've been chatting to Crimson and we've agreed to work, and if you want to put a track out, he's going to do his animation and I'm putting my kaleidoscopes on it.
Yes!
Oh,
we'll have to work on something then.
Yeah. Yeah, Keith's going to invite Crimson into the room later on.
Boss man's taking notes, look.
Well, do you want him in? But first of all, Crimson, if you're going to stay around, I'll invite you in towards, how long we've been on? 20 minutes. In about another 20 minutes. Because first of all, how are we going to do this, Mr. and Mrs. section then, Gail? Are we doing it with Sarah first, and Andrew will have to go out and make a cup of coffee, or
all right then.
Right. Hold on, please. Before we do that,
yeah,
I want the lovely Sarah to do a little solo for us, and you can do a cappella on YouTube.
You can do a cappella on YouTube.
Yeah. So, what would you like to sing then, Gail?
Yeah.
Whatever you would like to sing, Sarah.
Oh no, we were playing around earlier, weren't we? Are you going to tease me again?
Yeah, I think I'll tease Sarah halfway through, or Sarah can start singing and I'll probably say switch or something. She can choose to something else.
He was doing this to me earlier.
And, see if she can get the beat to go into.
And he was
a
like,
new
how
song.
many songs can you do before you crumble? And I was like doing about 5 to 10 seconds of a song, and then he'd go switch, and I'd start doing another song, and then he'd go switch again, and I'd be like and in the end I think I was singing Cat Niger.
Yeah.
All right, okay, what shall I do? Okay, I hate being put on the spot like this because I can't think. My brain goes numb. Name song, starting song.
Chandeliers, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh my God, let me get in the right position. I've got to stick my leg out because my hip's wonky. Okay. Party girls, don't get hooked, can't feel anything. When will I learn? I push it down, push it down. And they called it puppy love. Well, I guess they'll never know.
Switch.
Oh my God. Happy birthday to you.
Switch.
It's the final countdown.
Switch.
We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I'll go back to. I go back to life. The only way is up, baby. Be you and me now.
Switch.
I'll give in. I can't.
That was very, very good off the cuff like that.
That was
well done.
I thought I'd be really good. I thought, yeah, I'll have loads in my head. Happy
suddenly
birthday. Yeah.
So, Sarah, after that brief episode there, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time, besides being well?
I really don't know, actually. I would love to have a job where I'm able to bring in my creativity into my work on everyday life. That's what I'd like. I'd love that to be a career and not just kind of like a hobby. I have had opportunities in the past that I've turned down because I was a committed parent, and now I'm kind of like in an older category. So I know it's not like, yeah, you're going to be famous, but I would like a job where I could be creative, and that would be my role, and I could just fulfill that kind of urge.
What about you, Andrew? What would you like to, where would you like to be in 5 years' time?
Probably, see, it's difficult. I lived abroad for a long time, so I think I'd like to be living back abroad, possibly in Lanzarote. It's just trying to persuade Sarah over the last 10 years to leave England has been quite difficult, but she's now warming to the idea. So I can see us hopefully in 5 years living abroad somewhere.
Oh, another free holiday, Gail. Hey!
Yeah, that would be good. It would be good to live abroad. He's like, come abroad, you'll learn loads singing. Come on.
Well, you will.
Exactly.
In the bars and clubs over in Lanzarote or Tenerife. Yeah.
Exactly.
I
run a bar out there, and we used to have live music 6 days a week, and you know, half the people out there weren't as good as what Sarah can produce.
But you would say that, wouldn't you?
Well,
you're biased.
Biased, but no, it's the truth.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go to Morocco. I'll get you some gigs out there, and I want 15%.
Hey, Kayla.
I'll be your manager.
There you go.
That's what you need. See, you need contacts.
Yeah. Oh, I can get you the contact. I mean, I know 2 or 3 who I subscribe to out there. I'll ask JP if next time, if he don't come in, I'll ask him next time I see him on Hangouts when I talk to him, because he lives in Fuerteventura.
Okay.
And I bet he could get some gigs out there for you.
Yeah, it is a matter of just, mine is still, I'm obviously, I'm more confident than I was, but I still have a load of like, oh, I don't know, I'm scared, which is silly because I love doing it. Once I'm there, that's it. I'm in a world on my own.
Yeah.
It's getting up on stage, isn't it? Yeah, yes, I agree there, but everybody has nerves. I mean, like Andrew, he was nervous about coming in front of the camera. I had my own video filming business, and it wasn't until I started YouTube. Well, I've been a member of YouTube since 2007, but since I worked at my YouTube channel, which has been since January this year, I would never come in front of a camera. But yeah, I love talking to people, but I used to get tongue-tied. You know, I'd think to myself, oh, I ain't got the confidence, but now I have, you know, and it's only through YouTube that's fetched that out. But I still have the butterflies every time I do a one-to-one interview.
I think that's normal.
Yeah. I think anyone would be the same.
You're talking to complete strangers, and you don't know how they're going to react to you, do you?
Yeah.
No, that's right.
I mean, you know, when I first spoke to Gail, I was at Everset. You know, I mean, I thought, oh, how can I talk to this wonderful woman? You know, and yet she made me feel at ease in the interview that I had with her, and it got interrupted because the wife phoned me up, and I had to go out real quick. So the interview got cut off. It's like last week's interview with Drone Worship. It got cut off just as I was getting into the meeting.
Oh, no.
So, Gail, any more questions for this nice couple?
First and foremost, I'm just going to read a few of the comments. Sesame Seed is in and has asked for hallelujah because apparently she melted.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, I wanted that. That was my favourite one when I
have done that, haven't I? Yeah,
So we'll finish with that. So everybody who's watching has got to stay in till the end.
That's it. You're in. I'm trying to find
Nesta Bug. Nesta Bug is also in the room. So hello, Nesta Bug.
Yeah, there's a lot of love and subbing going on in this live stream.
Oh,
it's always good, isn't it?
Let me just quickly.
Which is really good. I hope you're all subbing to Sarah's and Random Life Productions, because we want them up to the 1,000 mark. I've got the picture. You'll have to tell me how to turn this. What is it you call super chat on? Because I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I think because I do a lot of parodies, I get copywritten an awful lot. So a lot of my videos, I either don't earn anything, or I might get 1 share or like 1/8. And because when you've got a small channel, that's terrible. It took me a year to get £60. Took me a year.
Oh my God.
It's taken me 10 years. I got my first £60 and 8 pence payment 4 months ago.
Wow, yeah.
But since then, I'm up to £25 already on the second one. So I've only got another 35 and I'll get another 60.
You need to get your super chat going though. That's what I would like, to be able to get to a point where I can do that. And then, you know, I can do some, it gives you more kind of urge to kind of push it even further, right? What more can I do? You know? Yeah.
Well, you're not far away.
No.
You know, and the more live streams you go on, and you know, it's going on the American live streams like Cab 7, Dark Matter. Every time I go on those, I end up with 10 new subscribers.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, it's like coming on your live stream today. I gained 5 new subscribers on your live stream.
They're a friendly bunch.
Yeah, they are. You know, so. This is it. It's going on live streams and doing live streams yourself.
Yeah,
that's it.
The more live streams you get, the more people come in, and you know, you two are at ease. So, you know, you've got a wonderful voice, you've got a wonderful channel. So you should soon get up there.
Well, I mean, I think my first ever collaboration was with Bunny Rabbit. She was kind of one of the first people to say, come on, you can do this, you know, come on, it's okay. And she kind of nurtured me from day dot, didn't she?
Yes,
She took me under her wing.
She
took me under her floppy ear.
Yes.
And she nurtured me and she brought me in, and she put me in like a feature of me in one of her videos, and that gave me tons of subscribers, and I was like, oh my God. And yeah, she's always kind of been helpful, which is lovely.
Yeah, so yeah, I've just followed her, so you know, I mean, I'm looking forward to watching some of her videos.
She's funny. She's tongue in cheek, but she's funny.
Yeah. So do you think she would do a one-to-one interview with me eventually?
You can ask her. She may well.
Kirsty, would you do a one-to-one? Well, I've got my secretary here. Gail, I'm going to have to give you a list of all the people who are getting in touch with me to come on my one-to-one video shows.
I did write you a love song, Bunny. You're right. I did.
Oh,
a love song. Oh.
Didn't I? Yeah.
Oh, can we? Have you sung it live yet? Then have you sung it?
Yeah, it was on my video. It was a while back though. I'm just trying to.
Oh.
I'm trying to. What was it? Can you remember the title, Ben? Oh, it was so funny.
Nice. Yeah. Well, when you get the title in, we can interrupt, can't we? So, has anybody else got any? I've got tons down here. I've got 2 sheets here of questions. Some are for the bad boy, Keith. You know, I was there earlier on, and one of the questions I asked her was a bad boy one. You know, so because Gail don't know about that one, I'll do it now. Andrew,
yes.
Do you know what colour underwear your wife is wearing today?
I don't actually know.
I thought you would. I thought you would, because you're always perving.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
So here's a question to Sarah then. Do you know what colour Andrew's wearing?
Probably grey. Is it grey? No,
close.
It's blue and white.
Blue and white.
I'll tell you what, Gail, they're not going to do very well.
Mine are all the same.
Questions,
I was going to say 1,000 wash grey, but
no, you chuck those ones out.
Where are my guests from? Chris of Drone Wolf Media is asking. So, would you like to tell our audience whereabouts in England you are from?
We're in Wiltshire, my love. Country farming land. Swindon in Wiltshire.
It's down south of my place.
Yeah, southwest.
On the edge of the Cotswolds it is. I know, really.
Yes, we are.
On the edge of the Cotswolds. Very pretty.
Yes, because Gail's from London and I'm from the fishing port of Grimsby. But I live in the posh area.
I love your accent, Keith. It's so nice.
It's very warming.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Oh, and one of the interviews I did a couple of weeks ago was with Richard Massano. He's from New Orleans and he now calls me Gramps, and I call him grandson now. He's my grandson.
Oh.
So, any more questions from you, Gail, or do you want to do the Mr. and Mrs. section?
Bear with me. Bunny's agreed to do a one-to-one with you, and the song was The Real Bunny Rabbit, My Love Confession.
Oh, yes.
Ah, there you go.
I've got the video, the front picture is me lovingly touching my screen. Come on, Bunny love, what happened here? That's what it is. Just came to me then. I remember now.
Okay, then go on, the floor's yours again.
Oh, I can't remember all the words. Well, I only remember that bit. I can't remember all the words, but I just remember that bit. I used Skinny Love and called it Bunny Love.
Cool. We just got up to 30 viewers then. Whoa, a record, 32. Oh, yeah. What's Pixie say? We have Granny Monster and Grandad Keith. Oh, thank you very much, Chris.
Bunny's laughing. Have we got to do the Mr. and Mrs., have we? Ooh.
Yeah. So, who are we going to do first in the Mr. and Mrs. then, Gail?
It's up to them which one wants to go out of the room first.
I don't mind. I can leave the room. It means that I go and find my phone quickly.
Go on,
I
get
shall
out.
be back in a second.
No, you can't watch on your phone because you'll never.
No. I just want to go and check my bets. I mean, I know Liverpool won like 7-0, so I've got to go and see how much I won.
Yeah. I don't know how the others went.
Check his bets. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Then.
Oh yeah, that's.
On the phone first.
I've got to talk to him about that shortly.
Where have you put it? It's not in bed. It's not with little dude, is it?
Probably.
So, Gail, are you going to do question 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9?
What?
What?
Well, or do you want me to ask them all?
You can ask them all.
Oh, thank you. I thought you was here to assist me. So then, number 1. Don't forget, you answer it, the way you answer it, he's got to answer the same then.
All right, okay.
Out of these 3 words, what is the best one to describe your partner? Beautiful, lovely, or flaming horrible? I must write the answers down, otherwise I'll...
So I've got to guess what he would say. Is that right?
Yeah.
He would say beautiful.
You heard that all? Yeah.
He would, because he's a creep.
Is he? Oh.
He would, because he wants his own way, yeah.
So, 2. What was the first movie or film you watched together? That could be either on the TV or at the movie theatre.
Oh my God.
And what do you remember? That is the question.
I don't remember.
So Drone Wolf Media. Flaming horrible.
I don't know, but he would probably say it's something ghost or scary related, but I can't remember. We like the same stuff. We've just watched so many that I don't know. I don't know what the answer would be.
So scary, would that be the answer?
Yeah, probably something scary.
Something scary. But you don't know what the film was?
No, we've seen so many.
Terrible. Absolutely.
I know.
It is. Now, you should know this one.
Go on then.
Where did you go for your first date? behind the bicycle sheds, everybody. Oh.
Oh. Our first ever date where we actually sat and had a coffee together was actually at his mum's house.
Oh, that's a good one.
I was too shy to go and meet him out anywhere because we hadn't spoken for so many years and I was so shy. And I was like, oh, I'll just pop around for a quick coffee.
Yeah. Oh. What is your proudest moment?
Getting married.
Getting married, yeah. Married. And this is the last one for you. Where in the world would Andrew like to go to?
Well, he'd love to go back to Lanzarote. We all know that. I think he'd also like to go to America.
Cool. USA, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great then. So, did you see what Drone Wolf Media said?
What's that?
Not first date.
Not first shag. We didn't go out on dates, Drone Wolf Media. We didn't do the dating thing.
Disgusting.
Because we didn't do the dating thing because I was too shy to go out on dates. I hated all that. So we literally we got together gradually. He was doing work on my kitchen.
Yeah.
And as a friend helping me out because I didn't have the money to pay a workman to put a new kitchen in. And then it just kind of grew from there. It was like, do you want to stay for a bit of tea? Do you want to stay maybe? And it just kind of, So we didn't do the dating thing.
Could you just answer this one then? What's Kirsty's put on between the thighs? What's she going on about? Is this something between you and her?
No, what's the other one? No, we do. Yeah, Bunny's right. We do paperwork. We do the accounts.
Oh, I've just hit a new record. 33 views.
There you go.
Wait, thank you, guys. Really, 33 watching. Oh, this is brilliant. So, could you call your husband back in?
Yeah, I'll go and drag him in.
So, did you get those 5 questions, Gail? Because don't forget, you're going to ask him those.
Did you get him? Did you get him?
I got the answers.
All right, hang on a minute.
So, are you gonna ask the 5 questions now to him?
No, you are. I've forgotten them.
Oh. God, you get helping, don't you?
I get to listen.
I'm watching from both of my channels. You've got 2 channels. Are you back? Are you back in then, Andrew?
There we go. I am back.
I can't remember question 1 now.
And I didn't even win any money on the football either. So that's no good. Boo.
So, Andrew,
words used to describe partner.
Yeah. What 3 words that I'm going to mention would you use to describe your partner? Beautiful, lovely, or bloody awful, or horrible?
I'd say whopper, beautiful.
Correct. Hey!
Hey.
Did you get it right?
Yeah.
Number 2. What was the first film or movie you watched together?
Oh, I'm not sure if it was. We didn't really watch movies or films, but we used to watch like things like Most Haunted and Ghost Adventures and stuff like that. So that's what we watched when we first were together, weren't we? We was watching all the ghosty programs.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Well, Sarah said scary, so I'll take that as your answer. That was a good one.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. So, see if you remember this one then, Andrew.
Okay.
Where did you go for your first date with Sarah?
God. To be honest, our first proper date was probably quite a while into our relationship. I took Sarah to Plymouth.
No,
we went to
the first ever time, the first ever one we had.
First ever date. Yeah. That is our first real date.
No, before we were a relationship.
Yeah. Your first date with her.
That's really...
Oh, our first date, like as in the first day with each other. She came to my mother's house when I was visiting the UK.
Correct. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Because we know the details.
3 correct so far. And I hope you get this one right, because if you don't, you're going to be in hot water. What was Sarah's proudest moment to date?
No, if you didn't say your wedding, you'd be in trouble.
Yeah, correct.
Ding, ding, ding.
And where in the world would you like to visit most?
I answered this for you, so where would you like to
Where would I like to be?
I think I got it right.
Mostly, probably America. My father worked and lived in America for quite a long time while I was growing up, and he talked about it so much. So it's one of the places I've never really visited. So I'd love to go to America, and then it'd probably be Australia, and then anywhere back on one of the islands somewhere. I don't mind which island it is, as long as it's an island, so it's nice and quaint. Yeah. So it'd be those. That'd be my order if I was having to go anywhere traveling.
Great, that's 5 out of 5.
You know me then.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Now we're going to get Sarah to leave the room.
Oh.
And we're going to ask Andrew. I wonder how Andrew's going to do on these questions.
Probably not very good.
Well, with your memory, I don't think you will. Not on the first one. I asked you about what colour underwear, and you didn't get that. So I don't think you're going to get the answer to this then. What did Sarah wear on your first date? Well, it was in the home. It was in your mother-in-law's home. So
yeah, it was just jeans and a short blouse, like a small blouse.
You know the colour?
Oh gosh, they were blue jeans. I think it was like an off-white creamy kind of colour top.
Yeah,
I do think, but
oh well,
we'll see.
We'll see on what
Yeah.
the answers to that.
That's 10 years ago now.
And what was Sarah's favourite subject at school?
Oh gosh. Oh dear me. Favourite subject at school? I really don't know. I really don't know this one. I wouldn't have a clue. I would say music because she loves music, but she didn't get on with her music teacher. So Mrs. Phillips used to annoy her. That was her music teacher. She used to always like have arguments with this lady. So I don't say that. I know she had really good relationship with the German teacher, Mr. Thomas. So I'm going to say German.
German.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I could be completely wrong, but there we go.
Yeah, so we don't know about that then. Good evening, Andy and Yin Wolf. Sorry.
Hello, Yin. How are you?
Just saying hello to them because they've just come in. So here's one, and this is how can I say? It's not a good question, this, but I'm going to ask you this. Who is the noisiest in bed?
Oh, definitely Sarah.
Oh,
she is the noisiest one.
Cool.
If we're definitely talking about snoring, I hope.
Yeah. Whatever. Oh, what did you get that, Gail?
Yes.
So yeah. I say the missus, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm going to agree with you on that one. And I think this one you should get. Who swears the most?
Well, that would probably be me, unfortunately. But because I work with a lot of builders, I do come off the site some nights having a potty mouth, and I do have to try and refrain myself to come back to normal way of life with 4 children running around the house. So sometimes I do forget. So it's me, unfortunately. I seem to have the potty mouth.
Hello, grandson Richard. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
And what is the most annoying habit that Sarah has?
Well, it's not so much Sarah has. It's people making a similar noise, like constantly tapping or clicking something. That really frustrates me. So it's not so much just Sarah. It's just anyone really doing that.
Yeah, but don't forget these questions are aimed at how well you know Sarah. So
yeah.
So it's, what annoys her most?
What annoys her most about me? Or what annoys her? Is that for me to answer about Sarah? So
yeah,
what annoys me?
Sarah the most.
What annoys Sarah the most?
Yeah.
Okay. So something that I do, yeah? That annoys her the most. I probably overtalk her quite a lot. So she'll be trying to talk and I'll just butt in.
Butting in. Yeah. Okay then. So invite her back in then, please, Andrew.
Okay, Sarah. I don't know where she's gone. I don't know where she went.
Oh, she's left us.
Oh, she's been eating.
I had a Skittle.
Andy, it's a Mr. and Mrs. quiz as well as the interview. So, Hello, back again, Sarah. Do you want to ask the questions or do you want me to do it, young Gail?
I'll let you do it, Keith. You're doing so well.
Oh, hell. Please, I'm not a magician. I'd get nowhere, would I? So then, the first question for Sarah is, on your first date, which was in your mother's house, what did Andrew say you was wearing?
Oh my God. I would have been in blue jeans, dark blue jeans, probably. But I don't... He would say just like jeans and a top.
Yeah.
But I don't know what top I was wearing though.
Well, he said a short, creamy white blouse, but it'd be all right. Yes, Salty Nuts, you can ask the question.
You just proved how much of a man you are. Blouse. When have I worn a blouse?
Wow, that's the word for a top, isn't it?
No arguments on here, please. This is a family-friendly show. So, I asked Andrew, what was your favourite subject at school, Sarah?
My favourite subject at school would have been music, but I hated the teacher. So it was a toss-up because my favourite teacher was our German teacher, Mr. Thomas. But my favourite subject actually was drama.
Oh,
so close.
I know.
So close. He mentioned German, so it was drama.
Yeah, my German teacher was my favourite teacher, but my actual subject was drama. Was drama my favourite subject?
Oh, well, he did
well. It would have been music. You're right. It would have been music if it wasn't for Mrs. Phillipson.
Yeah.
What should we do? Give him it, Gail, or what?
Give it
I think so.
No,
I think you deserve a full point because you did the whole histrionics.
Yeah,
you do.
I didn't do too bad. I do listen.
Do you?
Sometimes.
So, Sarah, we asked Andrew, who is the noisiest in bed? What was the answer?
If you mean sleeping, me.
Correct.
Mind you, if you mean the other me as well.
Yeah, they're both you.
They're both me. Yeah. I'm just noisy.
We don't want to know personal things.
Family friendly.
I'm getting a flush here.
So am I, actually.
So, who swears the most?
Andrew.
Correct.
Absolutely. Potty mouth.
The last question is, what annoys you most about Andrew?
That he interrupts me all the time.
10 out of 10. Well done.
Ding ding. Oh, that was loud.
I'll tell you what, we're going to do the Mr. and Mrs. quiz on Thursday night when I interview AKA Our Life. I was just wondering how they will do.
So far we're the leaders.
Excellent. Those Salty Nuts, have you got a question for this nice couple? What's this? Yin says, Bunny Rabbit, you can have ice
cream.
Oh.
Well, Salty Nuts got a question.
Come on, Salty Nuts, where's your question?
Just thinking about one now.
Crimson says, this was epic.
Oh, well, if you haven't come up with a question yet, I'll just ask Andrew about one of his favourite things that he likes to play or watch. Because I was talking to Sarah earlier on, and I was telling her about my grandson and what he is, and she said you enjoy playing a particular card game.
Oh, I do. I enjoy playing poker.
Yeah.
And I hear from the grapevine that someone in your family's just won a pocket full of money.
Not just.
No. 3 years ago in Vegas, in the World Series of Poker, they had £1 million buy-in called the Big Drop.
Yeah.
And he came second in it. The winner, Estefan, won $18 million.
Oh my God.
And Sam, my grandson, he won $10.1 million.
Unbelievable.
So
life-changing experience, isn't it?
He's number 5 top tournament winning. You know,
blimey.
He used to be on all the front covers of the poker magazines, you know, and everything like that. So, but he's still he's just come back from Brazil because he's I forget who sponsors him now. He's sponsored by one of the big poker channels. He was sponsored by Everest Poker.
Yeah.
When he won that amount of money. But yeah, you know, I'm trying to get an interview with him because I think
and he won't give you the interview.
No. So, but you know, do you play online or do you play just in pubs or whatever?
I used to play a lot online. until like when I was living in Lanzarote, I played a lot. And then when I came back to the UK, I found there wasn't such a community over here that played. So I kind of just put it on the back burner. And I was playing online. And then obviously when me and Sarah got together, it just dwindled, and I just stopped spending the amount of time that I would pay $5 to $10 buy-ins. It was literally just, I suppose because Sarah had a young family already started, so it was the kids took priority. So instead of me spending money on myself, having a bit of fun, I was, we were putting money towards kids and, having fun with them, holidays and stuff like that. So I kind of changed my lifestyle to suit how we were when we got together. So it got put on the back burner, but it's something I always enjoy playing. And if I'm out and about, or if I got spare time, like Sarah's in hospital for 4 days in 9 days, so I'm sure I will be online playing while she's in there.
Yeah. He'll be going, missing you loads. Oh, yes, yeah, miss you too, love.
I will be gambling my evenings away.
That's brilliant. When you're out the way, Sarah,
when I'm away, Mr. B shall play.
Yeah. I don't drink or anything, you see, so it's a bit of fun for me.
Yeah, and which football team do you support?
Liverpool.
Same as me.
I had it in the background. You see, I was watching. We started.
It's a wonder Gail let me come on tonight. Watching.
Yeah, I do like Liverpool.
I used to go when I was younger. I used to go to every home and away game at Liverpool.
Wow.
And I've been to quite a few away European games as well. So. Yeah. I haven't been for about must be 15 years was the last time I went to Anfield.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
I've never been to a football match.
I know. I keep telling you I should take you, didn't I?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, so you like football as well, then?
I don't know. It's all right.
I think Sarah would like the atmosphere, not so much the ball kicking, as she says.
I like rugby.
But the atmosphere, I think, would make you appreciate it a little bit more rather than just it being on the TV for a Saturday while I'm checking the football bets.
We had a question.
I'll tell you what, Sarah, if I was your manager, I'd try and get you singing You'll Never Walk Alone at Anfield on match.
Yes. Do you know what? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. We'll see what we can do there.
That would be awesome.
Everyone send an email.
Yeah. All
on the same day. We choose a day, and everybody bombard them.
Bombard their inbox.
Yeah. So Richard, my grandson in New Orleans, he's sub to everyone. Well, thank you very much, Richard. Really pleased for that.
Thank you, Richard. I saw a question from Mal Vlogs.
Yeah.
Said, what advice do you have for any newly married couples? I'm going to say it. If we both say it on 3, let's see if we say the same thing.
What's the best advice
for newly married couples? Right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Listen.
Laugh. Oh, listen. Laugh.
Now, a long and a happy marriage is the fella always says, yes, love, yes, love, yes.
My dad keeps telling you that, doesn't he?
Yeah, you just listen and go and nod and say yes.
Yeah.
When they want the cash, you just go, there's my wallet.
That's it, exactly.
There's the bank card.
Oh, you do that. You're good at that.
Yeah. You always it's just easy to say yes and worry about it another time.
Mine is laugh. Make sure you laugh, because there's nothing ever that's that. There could always be something worse, so just laugh, just turn, do something stupid.
For a man with the grey beard in the back of our head, we just go,
Yes, love, yes, I'm listening. Yes, I'm listening.
Like.
Yeah.
If it makes you happy, not a problem.
I wish it was like that, though. But it's not.
As Billy Rabbit says, happy wife, happy life.
That's it.
Richard,
exactly.
Who does most of the cooking in your household?
Andrew.
That'd be me.
It used to be me, but when my hips got really bad, I've got less like bending down to get in the oven and fart-assing around with that. So at the moment it's Andrew, but that'll be changing once I'm recovered, won't it?
Well, that's
he annoys me. It annoys me when he's really good cook, amazing cook. But if I'm cooking, he comes in and he's like, "What are you doing? What you got there?" Oh, you put it in first, do you? Oh, see, I don't. I put it in after. And I'm like, Andrew, Can you get out, please? Well, I just thought I'd help. Did I ask for help? No.
We're not talking about coffee making here, love.
No, this is cooking as well. This is cooking as well. It's terrible. So I just go, do you know what? Can you cook? Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah. Okay, go on then.
So
yeah,
Mel asked, what do you love most about each other?
I would say that you have an enormous heart, and you would give the last pound in your pocket to somebody if they were on the street. If you had, you would give your last pound, and I've seen you do it actually.
That's true.
And if the children wanted anything, you would sacrifice absolutely everything to make sure they had it. Mm-hmm. So you've got a massive heart. Yeah, you're very kind. And
you are very caring yourself. You'll do anything to tend to somebody who's in need of a bit of support or in helping anything. So you're quite caring.
Thank you.
It's quite nice attribute.
I feel like a therapy session. Don't I really? Oh my God, I really appreciate you right now. Okay, I just need to say that.
Can I come back off the sofa now?
Do you need a tissue?
So, are you seeing what Bunny's put on?
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
She's being nice again, is she?
She said we're too cute together. It's sickening.
Oh, thanks, Buns.
Okay, do you want to ask that one that Mel's just put on?
Yeah, Mel says, what do you love most about your children?
That's a good one. They're all very different.
Very.
So,
one's tall, he's cool. One's short, he's all right. One's blonde, she's okay. One's brown, that's it.
You've got Joe, who's almost 18, and I love most about him that he is really quirky and creative.
Yeah. He is.
Chloe, who's just turned 16, and I think we both agree what we love most about her.
She's the brainy.
She's the brainy one. She's so studious.
Excel at anything she wants to do. She will excel at.
Yeah, she's like laser focused. Mm-hmm. That's it. Rebecca has the strength of a machine, and she's the army. She's in the army cadets.
It's not so much strong as me. She's got the mindset. As a very strong mindset, so she wants to put her mind to doing something, like she wants to join the army, she will just go for it, and she won't stop until she gets it.
Yeah.
And Oliver, he's just a whirlwind of,
he's just loopy.
He's nuts.
He's nuts. I mean, like medically. That's his diagnosis. Nuts. No, he's just a big bag of personality with Oliver. You never quite know what you're gonna get, and it's never, there's never a boring moment.
There's never a same day.
No,
definitely not.
Yeah.
So, are any of the children thinking about starting a YouTube channel after watching you?
Joe is actually.
Joe is. He just wants a better computer system. He wants a gaming system. Oliver wants to be a YouTube star already. In fact, he got a big parcel earlier this year. A 10-kilo package from America he got full of goodies.
Wow.
And he did an unwrapping thing. So he wants to be YouTube famous.
And Chloe does do a little bit here and there.
Said she didn't have the time, really.
Doesn't have the time because of her studying.
Becky's shy.
And Becky's very shy. So you have if you do see
you see you see
the hair come over the glasses, and just the eyes will just pop up and look up, and then she'll just turn her head away and then walk off.
Yeah.
She's like the emo of the family.
Yeah, she is.
Do you want to ask the next question, Gail, that Mel's put on there?
Yeah, hi to Wheel Fix, and Mel says, what one lesson would you teach your children? Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
One lesson.
Save your bloody money.
Yeah.
Save your money. Don't keep spending it all, kids. That's what I would say. What would you say?
I don't know. What's the question again?
What one lesson would you teach?
One lesson?
Yeah.
If you've got a dream, go for it. Don't stop until you achieve what you want.
That's so deep.
It's
I love
it. Deep, isn't it? It's not deep.
So deep. We're really connecting here.
And on the couch tonight.
I keep saying save your money because when they spend it, they come to us.
Yes, that's true.
That's why I'm saying save your money.
They do spend their money.
Save your money. Your dad and I want to travel. Just saying.
Oh, here's another good question then. Do you guys have nicknames for each other?
We're not allowed to swear on here.
No, I was going to say 4-letter words aren't allowed.
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, actually, we we do call each other. And I don't know if you guys would think this is weird, but we call each other either Mummy and Daddy, or like Mr. B.
Yeah, Mrs. B.
Mr. B and Mrs. B. So I very rarely go Andrew in front of the kids. Well, ever. Even when we're on our own, people must think that's weird. I've just realised I do it
we will
in
be
shops.
out in the shops, and I'll be like, Mummy, and Sarah will be like, what's up, Daddy?
Yeah, I've just realised that we actually do it in public.
We do, yeah.
We never call each other by our names unless we're angry. It's always Mr. B or Daddy B, or Daddy Blanket is another one, because he's got a hairy chest.
Oh, open the shit, Andrew. Open. I hope you ladies who are watching this you know what, Andrew? Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah, is that the one for you, isn't it?
It looked good in the what do you call it? Oh.
Spandex, darling. Put some spandex.
Yeah.
Splendid.
Oh, I don't mind. I'll put it on. Anything for a giggle.
So Richard asked something, but where in the world would you like to go together? Without the kids. Without the kids, Richard.
Without the kids. I'd like to go to Bali. Only because I've seen a picture and it looked pretty.
She wants to go to like Indonesia area.
And I want to go on safari. We said we want to go on safari one day, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to go to Malaysia.
Do you want to tell them about the honeymoon?
Oh, yes, please.
No, it's really... It's
nothing really spectacular. It's just... I booked... we went to North Africa. And halfway through... Well, I think we were into the second week. And Sarah said, you know what? I'd really love to go to Africa one day. And I just looked at her and went, you are in Africa right now, my love.
I didn't know I was in Africa.
Had no clue.
I went, no, I thought it was Tunisia. And he went, yes, darling, that's in Africa. I went, what? I'm in Africa right now. Yes, darling, you are. Oh my God, I'm in Africa. Yeah.
At the poolside, this was, mind you. Everyone looking.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, I ain't subscribed to Little Sparrow. Who's Little Sparrow?
I'm going to have to go through this list of all my new subscribers and subscribe back, which I will do. Yeah. Absolutely.
I've just subscribed to Little Sparrow. It's a new one.
And Mel has asked, what's the perfect day for the both of you?
I personally like peace and quiet.
Yeah.
So if the perfect day for me would be probably sitting in a secluded beach, just with nobody around, just nice and quiet. What about
day-to-day life though?
Just peace and quiet.
We actually really both like peace and quiet. Now, I never, ever liked my own company or peace and quiet when we first got together. I always wanted to be busy, didn't stop. And it's only when I kind of had to slow down physically that I've now, and I've got older, I guess, that I now really love just having a day to kind of tinker about and come up with little ideas. You'll knock down a wall if you're bored, or build something. And just potter. We're potterers, pottering. Yeah. Pottering around.
So what colour are you going to do your kitchen this time?
I think it's orange.
Yeah, because you mentioned orange, and I thought, yes, because I mean, Gail will tell. She's good because she likes my wallpaper. She has this thing about my wallpaper. She wants to colour it all in, don't you, Gail?
Yeah. Keith, do you see wallpaper?
Have you seen that colouring wallpaper? You can get wallpaper where you can colour it in. It'd be perfect for Oliver because he does it anyway.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. I've just put wallpaper up in the hall stairs landing. He's already started to put marks down it. It's like, it's 2 days old, Oliver.
Gail, Salty Nut says, can you check his question? Because I don't know. I didn't see it. So he must have had a question.
If not salty, write it again.
Yeah.
I see it. Eaglevp, I have a question for Sarah and Andrew. If you both could be any animal, what would you both choose?
That's a good one.
Hi, Fly Cam John.
I think I'd be a sloth because I like to, because we have such a really busy household. We never have a chance just to sit down and relax. There's always something to be doing, someone to collect from a different club or school, or to taking into a different meeting, or picking up late Joe from work, for instance. So for me, a sloth would be quite nice because I could just sit back for once and just wallow and just rest and take a slow approach to life. So that'd be for me.
I think I'd like to be a monkey.
You're already monkey, so don't worry about that.
I'd like to be a monkey because I just think dangling around on ropes all day would be really cool and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. And I already walk like that anyway because of my legs. Ooby-doo.
Cheers,
you.
Brilliant, these two, aren't they?
Yeah.
So Little Sparrow's just asked a question as well, if you can answer that.
Oh, what is our favourite dinner to make? That's easy. Can you remember? Is your dinner the same favourite as mine, I guess?
I don't know, it depends what your
When
favourite
we make
is.
it together.
Well, I'd say it's probably steak. Fillet steak.
Yeah,
but
fillet steak, pepper sauce.
yeah.
And big
Peppercorn
fat
sauce.
juicy chippies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or red wine sauce, homemade red wine sauce.
Yes.
So yeah, fillet steak.
Oh, that's a good one.
Bye, grandson.
Yeah. That's Richard.
Bye, Richard.
He's my grandson. Yeah. He's in his 40s.
So look old enough
That's what I said.
to have a
exactly
grandson in your
what I
40s.
said.
Yeah, well, he isn't really. It's just because after that interview, he started calling me Gramps.
YouTube grandson.
YouTube grandson, there you go.
Yeah. So, because I've got the great beard, he said I'd make a lovely Father Christmas.
You would.
Oh, no, thank you. That's as Father Christmas now, wouldn't you?
Wurzel.
No, it's Wurzel, see. That's it. But, so Yin says, what type of music do you both like?
I like all types of
types.
music. I will depend. Some days I'm listening to classical music, and some days I'm rocking it out to some metal that's come on the radio station.
We both like Leo Sayer, don't we?
Yeah.
Baby.
I've got iPods coming out of pockets, and they're just full of all different types of music.
Yeah, your iPod's crammed, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we like, classic. I was originally a classical violinist, and then
Where's the violin now?
I don't have it anymore. It got broken.
There you go, look, there's the smallest violin for you.
Yeah. But now, well, I don't know. I like all music.
I love the 60s. I was brought up on the 60s music.
That is, you do.
Like ELO and the Beatles and everything like Cat Stevens, stuff like that, like the early 70s stuff. So for me, that's always been a fond listen for if I'm feeling a bit soulful, I suppose.
I think I like anything apart from if I can't understand the words or if it's just a mess and then I can't. But then what I call a mess, someone else might call genius. So it's a very individual thing, isn't it?
You love your grime, don't you, dear?
I don't really get grime that much. Do
That's
I
what
like?
said. I don't know. I don't get it.
No, I don't get it. It's all about people wanting to mate.
Oh, is it?
I think
I don't
probably. I think.
Might as well start listening to it then.
Well, that's worth a try, I suppose. I blame you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keith,
Yes.
can you stop drumming up bloody business in this interview, you bugger? I'll sort it.
Don't blame you.
Always thinking, aching. Always thinking. See.
Is there any other songs you would like Sarah to sing, or should we get Andrew to sing?
I can't sing, so I really would want to put all your viewers off ever coming back. They'd be like, and listening to that Keith again. Delete.
So, because you have been a subscriber to Sarah longer than I have, what song would you like her to sing? Any special one for you?
What, for
Who are
Andrew?
you talking to,
Okay.
Keith?
Gail.
For you,
Yeah.
Gail, yeah.
I think Sarah should do the Hallelujah one because everybody's requested it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
more posting me sunshine.
All right, I'll do a little bit of Hallelujah. I won't do enough for you to get stuck or for me to wake the kids up, but
You'll be all right.
okay. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the manifold, and the major lift. A baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, and I do make weird faces when I sing.
Oh. I'll tell you what. That's really got to me. That went right down. Beautiful that was. Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, we've still got 23 watching. Got up to 33 tonight.
Oh, we did
scare them all off now.
No, you haven't. No, because people have got to go to work in the States, you know, like Richard, he's 6 or 7 hours behind us. So
yeah,
still at work, aren't they? You know, some of them. God, wow, that really. I don't know what to say now.
Maybe choose another song.
Shall I?
So,
honestly,
any other questions you'd like to ask this nice couple then?
Right, in the chat, put down in the chat now what song you'd like Sarah to sing for closing. So put them in now. The most will get it.
Is it 40 p.m. Central?
Oh.
My favourite Sarah song is Stay by Lisa Leo.
Oh, I love that song, Little Sparrow.
Why don't you do snippets each?
Lowe.
If you do like 4 or 5 snippets of each, like, 4 or 5 songs, then they get a bit of a
Yin's like, bring me sunshine. Da, da, da. Don't know the words though. Bring me love down all the while. When is Mr. B going to paint that annoying spot in the kitchen? Yeah, you know where the filler is.
Yeah, I know where the filler is. That's because somebody decided to start knocking down the wall in the house.
Yeah, there was like a cross shape.
Yeah, it was an upside down cross.
So he filled it in.
So I just filled it in. I was like, that doesn't look very nice.
24 karat magic.
We just not bothered painting it, just so we have to decide what colour to have. So Bunny soon.
Mal's like, he wants 24 karat magic in the air, head to toe, so player, look out, do it on for the hustlers, the gangsters.
On this channel, don't they?
Yeah, that's what Mal wants.
Yeah.
Max, Bossman says, stop asking questions or I won't have anything to ask on Thursday.
Okay then, Bossman.
Shall I do what Little Sparrow wanted then as closing in a minute? When you guys are ready, I'll just do it and then. Yeah. Stay by Lisa Lowe, isn't it?
Yes.
You say I only hear what I want to. Ding, ding, ding. It's really hard because it's like a big plucking bit. You say I talk so all the time. So, and I thought that what I felt was simple. And I thought that I don't belong. And now that I am leaving, now I know that I did something wrong because I missed you. Yay, I missed you. There you go. That's for you, Little Sparrow.
Cool. So you are being on Bossman's. He's interviewing you on Thursday.
He is on Thursday. Yeah, same time I believe, 9:30.
Yeah. So in about another 6 months' time, can I do another interview with you two?
Of course.
Absolutely.
With Bad Boy Keith, because I've never done a Bad Boy Keith interview. And
yeah.
having a Bad Boy Keith interview with a married couple could be very, very interesting.
Yeah, go for it. We're all for a laugh, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that's adult viewing, because I've got 100 questions and they're all about the bed.
Love it.
Excellent.
Eagle, you got to get Crimbo in for that one. Crimson and Eagle together.
Yeah, I wonder if Crimson's still about, because if he's still about, are you there, Crimson? I'll see if I can get him. Just invite him in. See if he's around. Have you ever spoken to Crimson?
I think so. Yeah, on yours, wasn't it, Gail? Yeah. I think we kind of were chit-chatting all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the texts of the chat, probably in the live chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arizona Ghost Riders. I've got an interview on Thursday evening at 12 midnight UK time with AKA Our Life, and Gail's involved in that one. And we've got the wonderful Crimson in.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, Steve. Do you think you could suggest a song that you and Gail could now do live on this interview of mine?
What the hell?
What?
He set you up.
How about I'll do a happy birthday part 1, and then you do part 2, and it'll be to you, and then we'll be a happy birthday to you. How about that, Keith? Does that suffice?
It's up to you and Sarah. And just want to say, I've just seen what Bossman's put on, that Granny Monster is on the flight to Texas.
Oh, that's good.
It
yeah.
was you and Crimson to do something like Gail.
Oh, okay. What we do?
I don't. This is really on the spot. Like, I was like replying to comments.
I love putting people on the spot, Steve. You should know that. When we did the chat up with Hayley Louise.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was like so many months ago, but it was a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, I've got another one that you might like that I'm interviewing in about 3 weeks' time. She's
who's that?
I think she's 30. She said, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but and she don't know anything about you, so hopefully we'll get you in on another blind date show.
Oi, oi.
Oh.
I'm down for that.
I love it.
Yeah, so do I. I love interviewing. I am a bit of a matchmaker,
Oh,
That's why I like Keith, he sets up the right people,
Yeah, well, you'll like this young lady. She's single, and not many.
That's always a good start for me, because that's usually not an option.
Yeah, I think she's got about 12 subscribers. She's fairly new to YouTube, and hopefully, I think you'll like it.
I'll show her the ropes.
Yeah. I've told her all about you. I've said he's a nice young man from Toronto, Canada.
I'm a gentleman. I'm a complete gentleman.
Yeah, and Andrew and Sarah would love to come to Toronto sometime. So could you put them both up with the 4 kids, Steve? When you eventually
dog, the cat, just we're all coming. Just let you know.
Oh.
You can bring the whole fam. We'll come down. We'll have a great time. Anybody that wants to come to Toronto, you guys can come. I'll show you all the good spots.
So you get invites on my channel all over the world.
Should be called the Global Holiday Exchange channel.
Yeah.
United Nations.
I think that's a good idea. Like Gail, she's been to Monica's in Boston area, Massachusetts area, so you do get invites, and I've got an invite to New Orleans, and if you get on with the people, you can get around this world for free. to stop with people. You've just got to pay for the flights.
That's it.
We've got to save that. We've got a wedding to go to next year, but I can't tell you who's on live.
Oh, okay.
But I'll just tell you, we've got to go abroad.
Okay.
Oh,
Just reminded me. Matt, that's a friend. Yeah, I just reminded me.
Is that with the kids or without the kids?
Definitely out. It's more fun.
Okay.
What's this club going to be then? Is it going to be happy? Not happy birthday. Surely you can get a better one than that, Crim.
We don't
know. Not on the cuff like this. Like the three of us, we're planners. You know, like we like to plan this. You know, like we're not something that like just wants to do it live. You know, we wanna put time and love into it.
Okay, then I'll let you put time and love into it. I want to see it by the end of the week. I'll put you
He's
on the
not
break.
going to leave it though. He's going to be like that. Where is this time? Where is this love?
Yeah. You've got to do it by the end of the week. You've got till Saturday to put some on live.
Right, Keith, hold on 1 second. Let me get one word in here now. Right. Sarah, Crimson does his Smule as well, so you guys need to hook up on Smule, because if you do something, he can then edit it and do a Crimson mashup of one of your songs if you want.
Okay.
For both your channels, he's awesome at that. And Crimson and I will work on something if you want to upload something onto YouTube, and we'll rip it and then put the backing to it.
Okay, cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay.
You know, me and Random have collaborated as well on my 600 subscribers special, and you know, we did a dance track. It was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. And Bossman wants to join the group as well.
All right, more than
Bossman does Smule as well. Let's have a group sing song.
Yeah,
I've never done the group option on Smule.
Oh, I do it all the time. It's easy. It's brilliant. So much fun.
I think on Sarah's channel, she ought to do a karaoke one night live stream.
Yes,
I think that's
absolutely.
a good idea.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Really
Yes.
Yeah. What's her name? Sassy?
What, my...
Gail. Sassy, who is it? Who you told me to get in touch with?
Oh, I thought he was going to say, because my email was Sassy Mac, got it? So I was like, Sassy.
Who?
Sassy somewhere. Who you told me to get in touch with? Little Sassy or something. You know, she's a singer, 14 or 15, isn't she?
Keith, I got no clue what you're talking about. It'll come back to me at some point.
Yeah, she's a 14 or 15-year-old who sings, who you follow.
It's not coming to me at all.
Oh, see? Bad memory. She's only in her 50s.
It's already started.
Oh,
mine's terrible.
Yeah, so do you think you could do that one night then on a live stream?
Yeah, I'll have to figure out the best way to do it to get...
Well, get them all in live, you know, get 4 or 5 in at first who can all sing. Give them a song, and then when they've done their number, you get somebody else coming live to do their number.
Yeah, and see if I can get backing tracks streaming through with it or something.
Yeah. We won't be able to monitor, would we?
Yeah, you can, Keith. The way you can do it is go onto Hero Board or No Copyright Sound, get some tracks, and then get people to write the words to the tracks, then you pass all that.
Sassy singer, Mary Reid. Well done. Can you
I've heard of that. Yeah. I think it's Sassy Singer.
Yeah, you told me to follow her, so I do follow Sassy Singer.
Is she really sassy?
Well, go over to her channel and have a look. Yeah, she's
I'll be the judge of that.
She's got a good voice, Steve. Not like me, tone deaf.
I love talent, but yeah, I'll definitely check it out for sure.
Yeah, she's only a young girl, you know. I think she's about 14 or 15, you know. Oh, that's just reminded me. I should have done a live one-to-one with Alex this afternoon as well. God, my memory's going. You know.
Right. Wow.
My memory's actually pretty good today. I can remember a lot of things.
Mine's terrible every day.
I'm saying this so that I'm not saying this with a straight face, by the way.
We're gonna have to evacuate.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to leave.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Andrew and Sarah, for joining.
We're so grateful for you to for having us.
Yeah, I look forward to watching the one with Bossman on Thursday evening.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I wonder what questions he's going to ask you.
We haven't left him many. Look, he's going to be like, "Oh God."
Oh, you can. You know, I've got. How many more have I got that I could ask you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got another 18 questions to ask you.
Oh wow!
Oh my God!
You better give him to Bossman. Look.
Part 2.
Yeah. Well, but Bossman, don't forget to ask Andrew about and Sarah, because they're both like into cars and trucks. So don't forget to ask them about those and find out about that. And other things that I've gleaned from watching air videos that you could ask her, because that's where I get all the questions from. And can I just make a plug for Max MAC's live stream? He's going on at 11:15 live streaming. So that's Bossman's if you want to stay up all night with Adam. So I'm going to say thank you all for coming in and for commenting. We got up to a record of 33 tonight. There's still 15 watching. I appreciate and say thank you to Sarah and her husband Andrew, to Gail, and to the Crimson Fantasy Stephen. So
thank you so much for having me in. Great interview, for sure.